Hey there, we're back in Assetto Corsa. We're driving the Mandalika International Circuit. This is a real-life circuit, and this is version 7 of this mod, so it's been around for a little while. A lot of carnage. Oh, come on, steer in, steer in, steer in. Tires are still cold. This is a deceptively challenging track to drive. Very technical track. Ah. Slow down way too much for that last corner. Why am I missing that? I was hitting that really well. When I was practicing a little bit. This track really required a little bit of extra practice to race on. Damn it. Got that all sorts of wrong. I thought a race would be a more fun way to look at this track than just driving it, doing hot laps. On. Damn it. Just little mistakes cost so much time. I don't know if I said, but I'm in the Sin R1 in this GT4 race. I always second guess myself on the brakes, then I wind up, my instincts were right. I wind up overshooting. Looks like, at least according to Race Lab, there are two classes of cars out on track, although they're all GT4s. So I'm not really sure what's up with that, but I noticed that there's a split in terms of the being two classes essentially out here running. That was not the intention. These guys are fast. Not really sure what that's all about. Looks like I'm third now? Oh, come on, don't start doing that. Come on, go, go, go. This is a 4.3 kilometer long course. It feels longer somehow. Tires seem gone, so I'm like suddenly understeering a lot. Last lap. Yeah, a lot of understeer. It's a really fast course and a lot of high-speed turns, so I don't doubt that there's a little bit of a guy behind me is quick. Damn it. Race is over. That's crazy. That was crazy. Really interesting circuit. I'm not sure if I like it. I think if I drive it more, I may learn to like it, but it's really, it's complex in some really interesting ways. And normally I like kind of flowy tracks like this, but it's like it's got some real challenges in it that you have to constantly be aware of in terms of how you're braking, how you're accelerating, where you're lifting to lift and coast through some of the turns, because you don't necessarily have to brake, but you do have to slow the car down a little bit. And that creates some real challenges. Great layout, though, and I think it's a really interesting track for GT4 racing, although I'm sure just about any class could have a good, fun time out here. But very, very interesting track and really nice looking. So can't fault it at all in terms of layout. Version 7, it's obviously been liked enough that he's continued to develop it, and that really says something. So it looks like I finished overall P3. 32.178 seconds behind the leader who was in an Alpina GT4. That's pretty insane. Looks like we had three cars that did not finish, and that's pretty crazy. Well, of course, a really broad spread here. Don't know if that is due to the AI lines that are part of the track and just some inconsistencies there, or if it's the fact that some of the cars needed to pit, which I thought was weird. I thought maybe for damage or something else, but maybe for fuel. I didn't do anything to the setups to make that happen, so I'm not really sure why that would be. If we look at fastest lap was a 1:39.450. And if we compare that to what I did, a 42.258, obviously a little out of my league in terms of pace there. A good 3 seconds off, which is pretty incredible. But this is my first time driving this track, and or racing it. Well, driving it and racing it. I drove a few laps just to get kind of a sense of what the track would require me to do, and it took me a long time to get comfortable with it. And I think that more racing here would definitely continue to get better and improve, but this is not my best work, I don't think. But podium is a podium. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned something. Hope you'll give this track a try, and let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff, and definitely comment on whether or not you think this track is worth driving. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye now.
Spaß machen Rennsport.